Welcome back, 2016 NXL World Cup. I'm Matty Marshall with Rich Telford and Todd Martinez. We are about to start the afternoon bracket here in the professional division and the last set of games before we find out who is going to be playing on Sunday. So the first game is going to be San Diego Dynasty taking on Tampa Bay Damage, as well as Boom and Thunder. So Todd, Dynasty Damage, what do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, Matty, I really think that Dynasty, with that 1-1 record right now, really need to get a win against Damage. Didn't play so hot yesterday.
1 minute.
Really close games. I think that they're going to have to come out here and they're going to make some adjustments and really come out hard here against Damage.
Looking for Silos Cortez to have a big game for Tampa Bay Damage. Played great on the snake side in that first match, and then they went to a little bit of a different game plan in the second one. But still, finally, one of the young guys on Tampa Bay Damage stepped his game up to help out these veterans. You see Tim Montresor, he's had a great year for them. And of course, the Edwards brothers. Looks like Everett's out there, so look for Everett to go up to the center off the
30
break.
seconds.
And on the flip side, Dynasty, Brandon Short, man, he was lights out yesterday on the snake side of the field. No one was running through the snake side like Brandon Short
20
was.
seconds.
And when B Short was first coming up, he was on fire and almost unstoppable.
Yeah, well, he was like that in practice last weekend, too. I was telling you, Matty, we went out there at Pendleton practice against Dynasty. Brandon Short was that guy. He's been doing the same thing for weekends in a row now.
So we're about to watch the start of this first point here in San Diego Dynasty. Actually giving Kyle Spica the start. Kyle Spica asking for a check. It looks like he gets taken out. And it looks like they're also losing Blake Yarber too. So a good first point here for Damage so far.
Kyle made a really, really weird run to that insert bunker. He slid really, really deep and wide, just caught one over the top. I haven't seen anybody else run that. There's a great shot of both teams with the guy up in the W looking the opposite way.
So now filling is Oliver Lang into that insert bunker. Just 3 bodies left for Dynasty though.
Yeah, it looks like Oliver took a bounce too right there, probably from Everett in the middle on his field to the snake. But Oliver takes that bounce and goes right into snake too and starts looking across the field. Tim Montresor got pulled off the break. I didn't look like he got a hit. Might have got pulled for leaving early or something, but he walked off the field.
It looks like it's down to just 2-on-2 now, 1-on-2 with Dynasty having the advantage. Wow, that was a quick turnaround.
And I think that's Greenspan over on the D side, and Oliver saving this point for San Diego Dynasty. It was not looking good for them for a while.
He waits on for Ryan to go and hang that flag because they think he took a bounce earlier going to that insert bunker.
So the veterans here for San Diego Dynasty helping them out to put the first point on the board and saving that point. Really thought Damage was going to cruise to that one as we saw those first bodies come off for Dynasty, Spica and Yarber. But nope. First point goes to Dynasty.
Yeah, that definitely looked like it was going from bad to worse for Dynasty, losing 2-3 bodies off quickly. But Dynasty's so deep and so experienced, you can't count them down.
Well, yeah, and then you saw A-Rod come off. He was the 3rd body left alive in the center, and he got bunkered out by Everett. So then it was just 2, but then Ryan got going down that D side, and all of a sudden bodies were just coming off for Damage.
20 seconds.
So looks like heading out to play this first point here is the standard starting line for Thunder. Matt Chim is having a spectacular 2016 season.
Matt Chim, man, I love that guy. Him and Corey Field.
And you know, talking about young guys stepping up, Brandon Morales is really finding his game too. And he goes out real deep to try to get into the insert bunker, and he makes it in clean. You see Corey Field first shooting snake side, not able to get a kill there. Switches his gun to the D side for having to before having to tuck in. And we'll see what Mitchell Jordan does for Thunder. He got really shut down pretty bad in their second match yesterday.
Yeah, well, there goes Mitchell Jordan right there on cue. Goes and bunkers out Blake McShane out of that center bunker. And boom, keeping 3 guys going heads up over here on the snake side, but filling out to the Dorito side and getting shot on McShane's death. But it looks like Wank over here getting into the 50 snake. I don't know if Brandon Morales or Matt Chim know that he's in there. He might pop up and shoot out that Dorito 1 if they don't pay attention, and he does. Blows up Scotty Knight over there on the Dorito side. So Scotty Knight comes walking off, but Matt Chim fills out to the snake side corner, and he gets picked off.
So boom, getting some kills.
Yeah, nobody saw him going to that 50 snake, and because of that, he's reaping the rewards. He shoots that Dorito 1, shoots Map out of the corner. Now it's a 2-on-3 with Boom having the advantage.
And Wank past the 50-yard line in the snake. Might have got a kill on Corey Field in the back center.
Can't kill Corey Field. It's impossible.
We'll see if Brandon Morales can try to get a kill to even up the body count here, but the strength for Boom is on this snake side with Wank in the snake. Referee is in there checking out field, and it looks like he is going to come off, and now that makes Brandon Morales have to do a desperation run, and he gets Wank but then gets smoked. Still 2 players left alive here for Boom to put this first point on the board, and it looks like it was Chamber here backing up Wank for Boom.
Yeah, good move right there by Wank to open that game up. Chamber to come through, finish it off for Boom. And Boom, they look like, I didn't get to see the entire game from Boom, but just watching from the sidelines, man, it seemed like they were playing those long points in games, living in their spots, making slow, calculated moves, but not giving up a lot of real estate, taking the real estate when they could. And, you know, we've seen them now for, this is probably the 3rd tournament in a row we've watched them improve.
Well, Boom had, yesterday, Boom played AC Dallas and Tampa Bay Damage. Those were 1-point matches, and one of them went to overtime with AC Dallas. So, I mean, Boom, it looked good again. Yeah, they're 0-2 right now, but, you know, coming off that 6th place finish from the last event, they came into this one, and they looked just as good as they did the last event. And though, unfortunately, it did not go their way in those close matches.
Right. Here we go, Dynasty and Damage. Dynasty up by 1 point, but Damage playing and almost winning that first point. Tyler Harmer right there up to the W on the break. Motown hero.
Yeah, a fellow Modestoan. Is that what we call you guys?
Yeah, we just call him Ghetto Fabulous. Ghetto Fabulous.
Look at this, LP Everett up
Nice
the gut.
job.
Nice move. Did he get 2? No, it looks like he just got Tyler Harmon. And then it looks like Brandon Short is going to get into Snake 1, but Silos Cortez has beat him to Snake 2. Cortez wraps around, tries to get a shot inside. Looks like Jacob Edwards also has come off for Tampa Bay Damage.
And Dalton Vanderbilt gets clipped, trying to move up into that Dorito too. Brandon Short sneaking into Snake 3.
Watch out for B Short in the Snake. He is deadly. Unusual for Brandon getting, Dalton getting clipped out. Man, when he's on point on that Dorito, he is hard to stop and almost has that like mystic timing. You know, he's not even looking. Oh, Brandon gets shot, pushing up forward, down on bodies.
And good timing right there by Cortez. Waited, posted on Brandon Short, and as Brandon Short put him in, made his move, Cortez came right out and smoked him, trying to go into the 50.
Yeah, Cortez now posted up down the sideline.
Damn, just got lots of bodies out there. Dynasty's very thin. I think 2 players left on Dynasty, in one in both corners. Damn, just still got 3 left alive.
Yosh Rao is still out there, and he's been a guy that's won a ton of low-body situations over the years.
Did you say Yosh Rao?
I said Yosh Rao.
Dynasty's just fine. Dynasty's just fine.
13-16 to go. A lot of time as we just got things going. There is Yosh on your screen with his gun towards the D side. Now he's going to break the cross and try to catch somebody sleeping over here. Nobody looking at him, though. There's nobody shooting at Yosh right now.
And
now
the little advantage, that Dynasty had was that Damage hadn't gotten anybody out to the Dorito side, but now with the big fill from back center out to the Dorito side, cancels that out. At the exact same time, Yosh gets shot out of that corner uncharacteristically.
Here comes Cortez, continuing his stellar play here for Tampa Bay Damage to tie this game up as he was backed up by Tim Montresor and big Jason Edwards.
And I've never seen this before, but Damage literally has 15 pod runners. They've got more pod runners than they do players. It's incredible. I mean, they're out there on the field, they're pulling pods.
They don't have Revo's pod runners.
Really? What do we got?
Chicks in booty shorts and bikinis.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So Boom and Thunder coming back out to play their next point, and there is the crew for Thunder. Chim, Morales. Looks like Mikey Lou's going to come out and get a point. Corey Field. And here comes Boom.
And Seattle was really playing well that first point. They just did not pick up the guy in the 50 snake, which you really got to know, because if you don't know he's there, he will shoot 3 guys.
All right, Boom, Thunder on the breakout. Morales out of the corner. Mitchell Jordan up to the wall. Looks like McShane's going to meet him up there. Boom, out to Dorito 1.
Oh, wow, he didn't see him. Went around.
Nice move there by Mitchell Jordan to come around and get out McShane and then be in position to shoot Wank on the move.
Somebody missed him, though.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to kill that guy for sure.
Still, though, it is good to see Jordan finding his flow again, as he did not have a good match in their last game yesterday afternoon against San Diego Dynasty.
Mitchell Jordan switching over to the Dorito side and getting another kill.
Wow, big
Shooting
advantage
that body
now.
out of Dorito 3.
Big advantage for Thunder.
But here comes Wank. He dives in the snake. Map Chim sees him, so he mirrors up his move.
Looks like Mikey Lou walking out for Seattle Thunder.
Yeah, Chris Wank.
Oh, he gets another G.
Yeah, just great.
Mitchell Jordan is just going to work over here on Boom.
As they say in Mexico, he is en fuego. En fuego.
So Jordan now going to come out of that 50-yard line and try to get a shot on the last player for Boom, but he gets taken out from the stand-up can.
Yeah, I don't like that move into that pin.
Yeah, you're not much of a pin guy.
No. 2 players left for Boom, 3 for Thunder. Map Chim's in there in the snake looking inside.
Yeah, it looks like Map, Corey, and I think they lost their body over off that Dorito side. I think that's Mikey Lou over there walking off, so it's a 2-on-2 right now. Jason Dennis here in Snake 1 looking at Map Chim and Corey Field in that back center. Boom's other body over there in that Dorito side can.
Yeah, and you can see Dennis posted up in Snake 1 looking cross field.
It's a 2-on-2 situation, and the Boom player in the Dorito can has the advantage right now. He can start pushing down those Doritos and put more and more pressure on Corey Field in that home position. But in order to do that, you got to go forward.
So, yeah, Dennis still looking cross field in the same position as Map Chim.
Yeah.
Map Chim in Snake 1, Dennis in Snake 1. And this game is slowed down here because the body count's sitting 2-on-2. Thunder trying to tie it up, but it looks like Chim gets caught in Snake 1.
Wow.
And that is going to leave just Corey Field. See Chim shaking his head off, understanding now it just put Corey Field in a bad situation.
Corey Field's probably one of those few guys. Oh, and he does get caught out of home, but I was going to say before that, he's one of those few guys that probably feels comfortable in a 2-on-1. He's not panicked.
And so
It sucks when you're good at
Yeah, it does.
2-on-1s because you've probably been in a bunch of 2-on-1s.
Probably need another team to play on.
Why is Corey so good at 2-on-1s? Well, a lot of his guys normally die, and he ends up in a 1-on-2.
He's even better in a 4-on-1, actually. Have you seen that guy play 4-on-1? Lights out.
I remember the first tournament that Thunder basically got back together and came back and started playing again. It was raining out there in Galveston, and Corey Field was just winning 2-on-1 after 3-on-1 after 2-on-1. It's like, well, Corey Field's back, hasn't missed a beat.
He was like stainless steel out there. There's no rust on him at all.
Yeah, he's been so solid for so long.
And isn't he playing on a bum knee right now, Todd?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got it fixed or if he just went to Rocky Newth's gym of mad giant rehab.
Yeah, BW was telling me
monsters.
about that. He said that gym is unbelievable. Rocky's turning out monsters.
Have you seen Rocky's kid?
Yeah, Rocky's kid is a monster.
Have you heard his 40 time?
No.
Rich Telford speed, 4.5.
Oh my!
What? Yeah, that big.
He's that big and runs a 4.5?
Yeah, I kind of need to see it. I believe BW, but wow, that's a big kid moving real fast. He hits you, you're just dead.
So Everett up to that center 50 here for damage. It's a tie ball game right now with 12 minutes and 18 seconds left to go, and it looks like Oliver Lang catches one.
Yeah, damage is all the way up to that 50 Dorito. Dynasty didn't know, so when he made that fill into the transition bunker, he got caught from that cross shot. At the same time, though, Damage has one of the players walking out of the snake side tower.
And it looks like Spica dies out of his spot along with Blake Yarber. So Dynasty here, that's 3 deaths out of their spots. Ryan Greenspan still alive with, that is A-Rod over there, who is, instead of being in his normal center spot, finds himself in D1.
And once again, on Dynasty's side of the field, here comes Ryan Greenspan on the move. He's going to come for Cortez. He's going to get him.
Man.
Ryan Greenspan might save this point here for San Diego Dynasty.
But so close.
But he gets clipped. That could have been a huge move for Ryan Greenspan. I love the read, but unfortunately just too many damage bodies left alive. But he definitely left it all out there, so now Damage is going to take a 1-point lead.
And like we were talking about earlier, it's not whether or not you pull off that point, it's whether or not you make the right move. In a 4-on-2 situation, if that gun turns, you go. And you know what? Maybe it's only 10, 15, or 20% of the time where you get that 3-4 piece and turn that point around. But as a coach or as a player, you want that guy making those moves.
Yes. So Now we're in the pits with Tampa Bay Damage. There's Silos Cortez. Let's listen in real quick.
That was the play. That was the play we called out, Chad. That 200,000. Hey, that's a good point, Silos. Good job, guys. When you get out there, change the game. Way to play smart.
Good shot at Alex Lundqvist, my cousin.
How many other people have a Swedish supermodel as their head coach over here?
Who can afford him? Who can afford that guy?
Seriously, how do we get one of those? Love Alex Lundqvist.
Yeah, I saw him first day he was here. I told him we were walking the mall with my daughter like 5 years ago. I was like, you see that guy? That's my buddy. She's like, no, he's not. I'm like, yeah, he is. We're practically family.
He's like the extremely handsome one up there on the giant billboard.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, he's my cousin, but I just say we're friends.
He hates going out with me because he can't get any chicks.
Yeah.
Good breakout for both teams. Looks like Boom's got 5 bodies left alive.
But looks like Boom lost the corner bunker over here, Snake side,
yep.
so 4 players left alive for them. They do have a 2-point lead over Thunder, so Thunder needs to get something going here. They get Morales. No, actually, Mikey Lou coming over to play the 1 over here on the Snake side. It looks like, I think either they switched Morales to the D side, or he just got sat. But Matt Chim still alive behind Lou. Lou doing a great job of getting into Snake too fast.
Yeah, Boom loses another player. Now they're down to 3 bodies, so this might be what Seattle needs to get back in this match.
Well, sometimes Seattle will go to Mikey Lou when they want to slow it down, have somebody a little bit more cerebral out there, a guy that's going to be a little bit more patient. Morales is definitely their speed demon. He can get up the field with a quickness and make far spots. I know he was definitely trouble for us yesterday, so you know, playing 2 points, get Mike Lou in over here.
Yeah.
They're going to switch it up, see if they can make something happen down 0-2.
Yeah, and what Seattle needs to do right now is they need to drop the hammer on that wall guy before he dinks somebody out. They need to go kill that guy, leave Boom to 2-on-4 on that back line, crossing it up.
Yeah, center player for Boom is focused. It's Dennis, and he's focusing his gun towards the east side. Now he switches. Oh, and Mikey Lou dropped a shot on him. What a great shot by Mikey Lou, the veteran.
And just like Todd said, very methodical.
Oh, but looks like Mikey got taken out, though. As soon as he shot Dennis, he ended up getting taken out, I think, from the stand-up can. So that's a coast-to-coast shot right there.
Yeah, but he did the damage. He shot the guy he needs to shoot. He left Seattle in a 4-on-2 situation with 2 guys in the center of the field. And if they can't pull this off without Mikey, it's not his fault.
And there goes Boom filling out from the can to the Dorito 1 and from the tower out to the Snake side corner. Looks like they made it in there alive.
Yeah, and that was a big mistake letting those guys get outside. You need to keep those guys contained in the center of the field. To have an advantage with your 4 bodies, you need to keep those guys contained and you need to cut those angles off.
Oh, but Map Chim. Oh, so Map Chim has had a spectacular season so far, but right now in this game, not doing so well. Too early deaths for Map. And it looks like another body coming off for Thunder. So Thunder squandering a real big high body situation, trying to get back in this match.
Yeah, and now it's down to a 2-on-2 situation. And when Thunder goes from a 4-on-2.
And there goes Chamber getting shot out of that Snake side corner. Good shot there by either Gomez in the Dorito or Corey Field in the wall. Here comes Gomez up to the 50 Dorito, 2-on-1. Right now as they're trying to close in. Well, 9-minute mark. Here comes Gomez.
And you know Corey's struggling because he can't see over that wall.
Yeah, and you know his hops aren't what they used to be, so he can't really jump up and look through the windows.
That's right.
You know,
doesn't have that Martinez
with all that
hop.
extra weight in his pack.
In his pack.
With all those pods he carries.
Good point for Thunder. Looks like we got a match ahead of us.
So Thunder, with the last players left alive, able to pick up some of their early deaths, and I think that was Gomez. So Gomez and Field able to get it done.
Wasn't pretty, but they got it done.
Hey man, it doesn't need to be pretty.
It just has to work.
So
like the 3 of us.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Sorry,
no, you're right.
I just grouped you in with,
you're
with the rest of us. My bad.
So remember to go to FanWagon and get your picks in. These are some of the gifts that are going to be given away. This is actually 3rd place here. It's a new Die i5 with the new system on the back here. And so this is 3rd place for FanWagon. The Shocker right here is 1st place. Smart Parts Shocker. And then Vanquish is actually just going to be a random giveyway. So you don't even need to win to... You don't even need to like pick the right guys that win these games. You just need to get lucky.
You just got to watch the webcast.
Yeah, so look at this. Damage right now with a 1-point lead over San Diego Dynasty with 11 minutes and 2 seconds to go. A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez for Dynasty up in that center 50.
To me, it just doesn't look like Dynasty's kind of hitting their stride. It looks like they're kind of playing individual paintball, and guys are playing uncharacteristic. The guys like, Dalton never gets dinked early on the Doritos.
Well, it's weird watching them play out here because this isn't what they did in practice. In practice, they went 3 heavy guns this way every time, really forced the issues, really supported each other, were talking really well, and made moves up the snake. It opened up moves down that Dorito side, but it all started with the snake and Brandon Short over here going to work. So
and what you just described is what we know of Dynasty, right? Heavy guns on the break, really good, consistent play.
So body drop for both teams, but here comes A-Rod. Is he going to get one of his patented center run-throughs? He gets the first one, doesn't get the second. Tim Montressor still alive in the snake. Brandon Short rips his pack off as he got shot out of the snake himself, trying to figure out if he was actually hit on his pack, or the ref called him out, or where he was hit.
I can't see anyone on the Dorito side of the field for damage.
Yeah, damage lost. I think Jacob Edwards over there on the D side. So now Tim Montressor has to do a tactical retreat. He still has Cortez, who got stuck in this back corner bunker behind him. He retreats further to try to spread the field out. Cortez is going to take his place in this snake.
That's a great move by Tim to spread the field and come back across like that. Had he not done that, they wouldn't have much of a chance, even though it's only a 2-on-2 situation.
And a good move with Cortez to see the move that Tim was making and then get in there to present a threat over here on the snake side still for damage. A little reposition for, it looks like Blake Yarber over on
Yosh,
is that Yosh? Yeah, that is Yosh. So Yosh Rao comes out of D1 and gets into the stand-up can to try to put pressure on Cortez.
But again, uncharacteristic Dynasty in a 2-on-2 situation. You don't usually see them let players make moves across the field, spread the field. You don't see them playing defensively. Tyler Harmon is just sitting down on his knee, dinking down the field, kind of like they're down on bodies, up on points, but they're not. Even bodies, down on a point. They need to win this point, and he needs to play like they need to win this point.
9 minutes left to go, so decent amount of time left here in this match. Quite a long point, as both teams have shot some players out there to elongate this point.
Wow, Tim Montressor has gone from the insert bunker on this side of the field all the way to Dorito 3 on that side of the field.
Ooh, it looks like he got popped in the head.
Yeah.
Cortez going to take off and finish him off anyway. Good thing he didn't throw away his body. He had no paint. He just picks a ball up off the ground.
Yeah, but Yosh has no idea that Tyler Harmon just got bunkered out by Asilos Cortez, one of the rookies here who has really stepped his game up for Tampa Bay damage. So we're going to say goodbye to Todd Martinez as he's
Bye, Todd. I love you.
going to have to go and coach the Los Angeles Ironmen here.
You better name your kids after me. I'll be pissed.
I'll send Nick Slowiak up here to hang out with you guys.
Awesome.
So you can see Yosh walking off a little frustrated as he was making a move down that D side. Thought he might have a chance to win the point for his team, but he got beat to the punch by Silos Cortez, who at this time is still ticking off the clock. Cortez is just chilling out there waiting for Dynasty to concede the point.
Really surprised Eric Crandall didn't burn that clock a little bit quicker. And again, to me, it just, I've been a big fan of Dynasty for a long time. They just don't look like they're playing Dynasty paintball.
You can see smiles on the faces of the boys in the Tampa Bay damage pit.
I'd be happy too, because they're making it look easy out there.
Yeah, there's Cortez, the rising star for Tampa Bay damage, and they should be really happy. I mean, they put a lot of work in trying to get him into the position where he can contend out here.
Well, he's doing it. That when Tim went out, I expected him to just kind of sit in that corner and let Tim kind of do the work and kind of dictate the pace of the game. Halfway through Tim's move, Cortez was already filling that snake and going to work, and he played an amazing game. The fact that he got Tyler with 1 or 2 balls left in his hopper, goes to the corner, picks up a paintball off the ground, that's a lot of seasoned play for a young player.
Boom, up to the center, 50 off the break as Thunder loses Gomez off the D side. So now just 4 bodies alive here for Thunder. 8:22 to go. Boom, up by 1. And no one in the snake right now for either team. Thunder does have a player.
Wow,
and that
Boom
is
moves,
Morales.
Wow, Boom moves in that 50 Dorito now with the 1 body, 1 point advantage. 2 guys on the 50. They're definitely controlling this game. Seattle needs to do something to get back in this game, otherwise it's going to be a rough match.
Yeah, at least they're keeping it close here. It was a big point win they got before. So we'll see here. So Morales is just content to shoot his gun towards the D side.
Yeah, and again, we talked about this yesterday. We want our ones doing what, Matt?
Moving up the field.
Yeah, moving up the field and pressuring the other team, right? Forcing the other team to spend their guns, times, and energy on them.
Well, and he loses Map Chim, who's just struggling out here in this match. And then now Wank beats Morales in the snake, and Wank is at the 50-yard line. He's going to go right past it. Oh, he actually gets clipped, and I think that was that field, and it's going to be a minor penalty on Wank.
I think he had caught that earlier because the referee was kind of looking at him as he crossed that gap and went forward.
Hey, that's a great shot by Corey Field right there on Wank, who was definitely the guy that was about to start giving Thunder some problems.
Yep.
You'd like to welcome Nick Sloviak up to the commentator's booth.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, guys.
Did the Cubs end up playing that Super Bowl World Series thing this weekend, or how'd that go?
Yeah, they're the Chicago Cubs. Tiger Cubs were in the baseball finale, and they did okay.
Awesome.
This year was our year.
Fly the W.
They flew the W, brought it home for Chicago. Just 108 years.
No big deal.
No big deal. No, nothing.
Let's not make a big deal about it.
Shout out to all my Chicago fans back home and all my friends that went to the parade. Jealous.
So right now, Boom trying to reposition on that D side of the field. And getting the stand-up can, trying to make his move to the D side. And they lose their body. That's a bad death in that center. And that was the back corner bunker for Thunder getting that shot, I think. Either that or Corey Field.
I'll give it to Corey.
Morales has just been content to roll his gun.
And that must have been the game plan because he's never looked this way once to try to get in the snake.
All he's doing is just pumping paint through a lane. He's not even shooting at anybody over there because from that position, the closest position that you can shoot
is your Dorito.
Is the 50-yard line Doritos and D3. There's nobody in D3 that I can tell unless he's hiding on the other side. Oh, is he in the 50-yard line?
He had that 50 early in the game.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
then,
I think he took that 50 early.
Then that makes sense because then Morales is just pumping the paint through that lane to keep him honest over there. The guy was blocked out for me. I couldn't see it. So that's actually a good thing that Morales has kept that guy contained. But it's tough because with the 50 Dorito and he's losing bodies.
Yeah.
If he hadn't lost Map, he should have moved up. And he didn't go before Map died. But once Map died, he has to stay on that lane to try to engage with that guy to keep him from pushing forward because he's got a better angle on it than Corey does.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, if he tells Corey, hey, watch that guy for me, and he starts pushing down this snake and gets all the way down to that 50 snake, they have a lot better chance of winning this point than just playing D-ball and shoot across the field.
No, that's right. But he can do that, but he needs to go really far up in the snake in order to get that shot again because once you start getting up in the snake 3, that shot's blocked off.
I agree 100%, but if I have a choice between a one trying to stop a guy from moving down the Dorito side of the field or someone like Corey Field, I'm going to throw my money on Corey Field.
Yeah, well, now he's past the 50-yard line for Boom. Morales has no paint left either because he's been spending his entire point just dumping his pack towards that player in the snake.
And also, a lot of times, ones don't bring out 8 or 10 pods. You know, they only bring out 4 or 5 pods, so they go through the paint a little quicker. That's why you want someone like Corey Field. Oh, Seattle Thunder's got another player on the Dorito side. I didn't see him. It's a 3-on-2.
Yeah, I was about to comment on that there, Rich. I was just waiting for him to make a move and say all Morales has to do in this situation is make that dive into the snake, and it's going to force that body for Boom to go.
I agree.
If he sees that body fill like he does now, because all Morales now has to do is make that bump from the snake 2 to the snake 3, and that'll trade the gun off, and there needs to be a code for Corey to tell his Dorito guy just to go try and trade that with that body.
Oh, wow.
Morales gets taken out. Not sure when he got shot going in. He's looking for a hit on himself, but that's going to make it now a 2-on-2.
Yeah, 2-on-2. Wow. I had no idea that it was a 3-on-2 because just like you said, when Morales dove in the snake and the 50 Dorito was shooting at him in that 3, their Dorito guy should have shot their run their Dorito guy.
Well, the Boom player comes off, and it looks like
2-on-1.
Yeah, and Corey Field is called 2-on-2.
I think that's Scott Knight over there doing the work for Thunder. And if that is Scotty Knight, and that's a huge kill on Boom because Thunder's trying to tie this game up as the clock is ticking down. 3 minutes and 37 seconds left, and they are able to do it. So what an amazing job of playing a tough point here for Corey Field and Scott Knight.
2 points in a row where you see Corey Field shooting that key guy going down and hanging that flag or pushing that button.
No, it's the guy. That's always going to be the guy you have on that team. He's the cornerstone of that team. He's so consistent and so well composed for that role of being a coach, captain.
Would you say he's a linchpin? The linchpin of that team?
I think you took the words right out of my mouth. But yeah, just the role that he plays on that team to get them in the positions they are, and then to take hold of the situation, to be the linchpin, and pull that victory out.
But also, we have to give a lot of credit to Scotty Knight over there on the D side, because if he hadn't been alive over there and getting kills, then it would have been tough for Corey in that back center.
I'm really, really interested to see if a Dynasty switches and plays Dynasty ball instead of the paintball that they've been playing. You know, Dynasty ball is just like Todd said, 2 or 3 shooters heavy on the break, making some good moves, good team paintball, and then good individual paintball after that. They haven't been doing that.
Down by 2 right now to Tampa Bay Damage. And they send Cortez to the snake off the break again. So Dynasty is able to shoot Tim on Tresser. So nobody behind Cortez. 5 players alive for Dynasty.
And what's interesting is Tim didn't just get shot with 1 ball. He got shot with 4 or 5 balls going in there. So they must have had 2 good lanes on that going in.
Yeah, at least. Ref running over there to check out some players on the Dynasty side. He looks to be clean as Kyle Spica digs into the snake.
Nick, as a fellow tall player, how nice would it be to be Kyle Spick and be able to stand up in that insert bunker and shoot over that bunker and then fill the snake?
It's got to be nice, man. And Kyle Spica looks like he gets a kill on Cortez down the wire. He makes his move now into the snake of Tampa Bay Damage. He's going to shoot cross. He's going to be able to get a kill right away on the Damage player, and that center can. Oh, he's still in that 50, so not sure what the holdup is for Kyle. He's going to get checked out in the pack. I think he does get that kill cross field.
Yeah, but then he gets taken out of his spot, so kind of a bad death there for Spica. But body's coming off for Damage.
Yeah, Jacob Edwards getting eliminated over there on the Dorito side.
Yeah.
It was Alex Rodriguez that got that kill. So only looks like 1 body left alive with the snake insert. And it's Timmy Probst.
And it's okay to die a bad death after you get a couple G's.
Yes, you did your job. But, yeah, I mean,
nobody wants to die a bad death, but at least you kill a couple guys. You can, when you go back in the pit, you get, they put you back in that lineup.
Oliver now taking Spica's position. Timmy Probst is now having to go back and forth here. His bodies around him are dying, and Oliver Lane closes the gap along with A-Rod in that center. So nice work by Dynasty to pull within 1 here. 6 minutes and 24 seconds left to go here in this game.
And that was a lot closer to the Dynasty ball that we haven't seen up to this point.
Yeah, we definitely saw Dynasty last night put the brakes on big time, right? It seems like they were doing that just a little bit earlier as I was walking over here, right? They were just, like you said, Rich, you want to see them play that Dynasty ball, but yesterday it was a little rough for them off the beginning of some of their points. They played one of the longest points we'd seen, or I'd seen all day yesterday. So it'd be interesting to see how they get going here. I'd like to see what would happen if they do get a couple kills, right? See those attackers and Dalton Vanderbilt and Kyle Spica just go forward.
Well, the one guy that was really playing offensive ball yesterday was Brandon Short.
Absolutely.
Brandon Short had some of the best run-throughs on this snake side that we saw, and Brandon Short's the reason why they won that last game that they played yesterday against Thunder, which went into overtime. So, we've seen the better teams out here able to have that blend of heavy guns when you need it, but they also have great offensive capabilities. So,
well, Dynasty is one of those few teams that all the way down the roster, they have superstars on that team. Any one guy can shoot 4 or 5 guys. Boom losing 1 guy on the break and then getting a penalty, so 2 more guys are walking out, leaving Boom with only 2 players left alive, 1 at home, 1 on the wall, so they're both isolated in the center of the field. That's a real tough position to pull off a 2-on-5.
Yeah, now only 1 player left alive, Rich, as the wall player gets taken out by Jordan. He gets peeled up in the loader. So nice quick point there.
Jordan's good that he got off the field because he caught a couple in the loader, kept
shooting his gun.
He's lucky he didn't get a penalty there with 4 buddies left alive. It's okay to get a penalty, like if you're down on points and you're down on bodies, but if you're even up on bodies, you can't get that penalty.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a gift for Thunder with that penalty.
Fast point.
Boom. Yeah, very fast point because body got shot off the break, and then 2 more came off because of that penalty. There's only 2 players left alive about, I'd say, 10 seconds into that point.
Here comes A-Rod on the field for Dynasty. Yosh Rao, Tyler Harmon. It's like Marcel out there.
And again, no Alex Frazier here for San Diego Dynasty as he is back home, and his wife, Margaret, just had their first child yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Little Alice.
I saw
Alice
Eggs.
Elizabeth. So big shout out to Alex Frazier and his budding family.
Hey, Eggs. I saw him 2 weeks ago at the big game down at West Coast Adventure Park. It was great playing with him.
Yeah, so.
There we go. Tyler Harmon up the gut. That's what I like to see Tyler Harmon do. Tall, thin kid with a lot of athleticism. He can do a backflip over that wall if he needs to.
I'm still waiting for him to jump through the windows of one of those walls, man.
I think he can do it.
Yeah, if there's anyone I'm putting my money on, it's him. Ref's going to check out a Dynasty player in the corner. You can still see Harmon up there with, I think, as he takes the walk.
Takes the walk.
Little commentator curse there as he was trying to do too much on that Dorito side.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody walking off with him, so unfortunately he must have made a bad decision. But, oh, the Tampa Bay Damage did not know that Tyler had walked out, so now it's a 4-on-4 when he goes to bunker nobody.
And the 4 bodies left alive for Tampa Bay damage. In the back bunkers, Cortez looks to be messing with his gun a little bit here, trying to get his gun to work again. Yeah, he's fully committed to trying to get that gun back to work.
Both teams with 4 bodies across the back. Like Matt said, Cortez is in the insert bunker, but he's not looking to go the snake because he's trying to fix his gun. So it'll be interesting which team starts pushing up the field first.
Yeah, you can see the 4 bodies there for damage on your screen. In the judo can, the back center, snake tower, and there's Cortez. He's had his loader off, trying to put it back on there. Not sure if it's a gun or loader issue sometimes. You know, it makes me wonder. I saw Cortez at one point. He ran out to the corner. And he picked up paint off the ground. He might still have a fat ball or a broken ball in his feed neck.
Yep.
That's one of the problems here.
That little bit of sand and dirt in there and sucks that moisture into the paint.
Yeah, it looks like, though, he's got his gun up and running as he's going to go ahead right there and play over the top of that snake insert and look to get right back in the action.
Home for Dynasty is on that gap that Cortez just went through, but he missed him.
Right, which is, to me, is interesting, right? Dynasty's usually really good at picking up on those weaknesses from teams. And look at this. Now they're going to get eliminated and get a penalty over here on the snake side. So 2 bodies walking off. I think Brandon Short might have got that.
Yeah, that was a real bad decision on Brandon Short's part.
Yeah, that's going to open things up here for Cortez. As there's no one on the snake side. Tim Montress is going to fill out to the corner to back up Cortez.
But again, we have Dynasty, instead of trying to push forward, deciding to stay in their bunkers and gunfight from them. And then Brandon Short gets shot and gets a penalty with pulls out Yosh Rao. Where on the flip side, here's Cortez in the 50 shooting people across field. And that's why Damage has a lead right now.
Well, what was interesting to me was it was a 4-on-4, and Brandon Short was in the snake tower looking across the field. So I wonder if he maybe caught that earlier, because otherwise, why isn't he looking to fill that snake?
Right. Especially when you say if they were calling out Cortez's position.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, if this guy's not shooting at me for a while.
Yeah. Well, and I looked at the gap between it, and I could see paint bouncing off that gap a little bit. I was like, oh, Cortez is going to get picked up crossing the gap. Crossed it like nothing. I looked back, and the home player Dynasty was looking the other way.
Yeah, and then boom, penalty.
Yeah.
So a couple mistakes out there for Dynasty, giving Damage another point.
Unlike Thunder, who has come back from being down points to playing a great match here.
Yeah, Thunder starting to execute out there, getting a better game out of Jordan in that center. And let's look for Map Chim to pick it up. Map Chim been struggling here in this match, but he's been playing great this year. So
such a good shake.
Oh, looks like Morales comes right around and gets his face torn to pieces.
Yeah, when you get Cyclops like that, that's a big look.
Yeah, that is Brandon Morales. So Brandon Morales, he got shot on his first gunfight out of that insert bunker on the snake side. So the offensive push walking off the field right now for Thunder.
So Thunder's down to 4 bodies. Boom's got all 5 bodies left alive. Thunder's got that lead, but it looks like they're going to have a hard time keeping it with only 3 bodies left alive.
Yeah, that's Mitchell Jordan dying out of that center.
Boom drops another body, so it's a 4-on-3 advantage for Boom, but Thunder makes a big move up to Dorito 3.
Yeah, putting himself in that position in the Dorito 3. Once Boom here, you can see the players on the snake side get to that snake. He's going to be able to put some pressure on them. And if they're not careful, especially right here to make the move into the snake, he might get caught. Does he get caught? Looks like he makes it, so.
Wow. I think the Dorito 3 guy was looking past him at the snake corner, and now he's going to pay for it.
He absolutely is going to pay for it. He didn't even see it. The move's going to be made now by Map Chim into the snake insert. He's going to look inside right away.
Shockingly, it's Matt Chim and Corey Fields left live.
Yeah, but Map Chim gets shot out of his spot, looking at a bunch of bodies here. Nothing he really could do on that one. As he was trying to gunfight his way back in, shoot a couple guys. There's McShane in the snake who had gotten up there pretty quick. So nice job on McShane and the rest of the boys here from Boom.
Corey sprinting off the field. I have a feeling he has some things to talk to the team about. Trying to figure out that next point. They're going to go into a 3-3 battle with 1:45 left. This is going to be a big point. Whoever wins this next point is going to win this match.
That was a huge point for Boom right there. If they lose that point, pretty much game over.
Yeah, I agree. Dynasty and Damage now taking the field, and Oliver Lang's going out there, and he needs to be that leader on that team. Eggs isn't here to do it.
Looks like we have Lauren Kelly with an update about San Diego Dynasty.
Thanks, Maddie. Oliver Lang, before going into this point, was telling his team that they just need to stop overthinking things. They know their job. They know what they need to do out there to execute. They just need to commit to their plan and talk it up. So we'll see if he can inspire some execution here to get some more points on this board.
Great shot of Dynasty there.
And there is Oliver Lang. You can see here the match stats, kill count leaders. Alex Rodriguez for Dynasty, but look at that, Carlos Cortez, 8 confirmed kills. Also Jacob Edwards with 4 on that D side. So, and then here we go, following Damage on the breakout, but Dynasty loses a body, and 2 bodies drop off for Tampa Bay damage, though.
Yeah, damage drops 2, Dynasty drops 1, so Dynasty's got the advantage here. 2 guys both in the wall. I think that's A-Rod up there in the middle for Dynasty. If it is, he needs to go drop the hammer, leaving his team in a 4-on-2 situation.
Yeah, I don't think Dynasty is aware that damage is up there. Look at this. Alex Rodriguez catches one in a gunfight.
Waits too long.
So Oliver Lang, Ryan Greenspan fell out over here on the snake side for Dynasty. I don't think Dynasty yet has any idea that damage body's up there. Chad Bougier takes a walk. He gets shot. 2 bodies for damage get taken out now. As only Jason Edwards is left alive. He falls up to the corner. He makes it alive.
Yeah, and it's a 3-on-1, which is it's tough when those 3 are Ryan Greenspan, Oliver Lang, and any other Dynasty player.
Yeah, Dynasty, though, still looking for the body. So once they pick up on it, there's now moves being made on both sides of the field for Dynasty. That should make short work of Jason Edwards, but Jason Edwards is the one guy you're not going to take lightly when you're playing a 3-on-1.
Jason Edwards is another guy. He kind of became paintball famous for pulling off low body situations.
Yeah, and what saved them from Jason there is he didn't have one of those transitional bunkers that he could bounce around from 1 to 2 in the other. You know, he was kind of stuck in that corner. That might have saved Dynasty a body or 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that guy was amazing. When Todd was saying earlier, guys who run out to a corner and you know, pull off 1-on-5s, he would probably be on my list of top 5 guys doing that. Especially if he could make 2 or 3 transition, left tape, right tape, back to the left tape, right tape, up the gut. So athletic.
So now a 1-point game here, 4-3 with a little under 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left here in this game.
Kyle Spica now has gone that deep wide route to the transition bunker twice now, gotten shot in the face. Every other team is running that real tight tower run, not getting shot, so I'm kind of surprised that Spica's doing that run.
Yeah, we saw him all day yesterday do that. I was really surprised at how deep he was running, and he was making it. So maybe teams, hey, you scout Dynasty, you see Kyle Spica do the same thing.
Yeah, you put a tall shooter at home, and you shoot over that bunker, and you shoot him right in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that, just that. That's happened to him twice, so going to have to switch it up a little bit, pick up on that. We'll see if it's Brandon Short that comes out next for Dynasty as you're about to watch Seattle Thunder take on Boom. This game is tied. Minute 45 left to go in regulation.
So are we going to see yet another overtime period?
Well, and it looks like Thunder's going out to with a little bit more aggressive breakout, maybe trying to win this game where Boom's trying to play for the overtime.
Well, it looks like Dennis gets in there and he's going to run around and shoot Jordan in the back, and then he gets shot to bits. So both teams with 4 bodies left alive, and it looks like Thunder put Mikey Liu in to play the first attacker. He did great when he got up there a couple points ago.
He did do good, but like you said earlier, you bring Mikey Liu in when you want to play a methodical point. When you've got 1:45 on the clock, I don't know if you have time for a methodical snake player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got to go. Well, they don't have to go. With a minute left, if you don't have an advantage, then you might as well take it to overtime instead of forcing it and throwing it away and giving it to Boom. But it's all going to come down to kills happening right now, and there's a body for Boom walking off that D side of the field.
Yeah, now Boom's got only 1 player on the Dorito side, and he's looking this way, and it's a very, very vulnerable bunker. That bunker's so hard to live in out there. If that guy gets dinked out and Boom's left with no one on the Dorito side, even with only 40 seconds left, Thunder can win this game.
Yeah, and you're looking at Boom there on your screen on the snake side. Like you said, Mikey Liu is a more methodical player, although Morales definitely from the first game. I think Thunder has definitely slowed it down a little bit, like as Rich is miming Mikey Liu to go. Yeah. Mikey Liu's really got nothing on him save for that tower across field. You can put him in with a slight shot and just make that dive right into snake 1 and go right down the field.
Yeah, you got to put some pressure on the snake guy.
Well, too little, too late. As Mikey Liu is going to commit, I don't know what he was thinking right there.
Oh, so Mikey, what he's thinking was he must have got some bad information because as soon as he got shot, he turned around. With that look to his back guy, he's like, hey, you told me the wrong spot. And then here comes a big run through. He's still alive, but just not going to be enough time left to do anything about it, as Chim is over there pointing at the player for Boom as he was running it through.
Well, he did that real weird jump on the run.
Yeah, I almost thought he kind of put his arm up, like eliminated himself, and then he's like, I'm clean?
Yeah.
Get out, Corfield.
He did that weird kind of jump, weird move thing, but no flags went up, no flags go up, no penalty.
So this is going to be the 4th overtime game today.
I hear it's a trend.
Yeah,
I hear all the cool teams are doing it.
And I think that is
we were pulling for you guys earlier, man. You guys were coming back in that match. We're pulling for you. Pulling for you, Mickey.
I appreciate that.
Pulling.
Tug of war, baby.
Tug of war.
So there's Tim Montrester on your screen, number 40 for Tampa Bay Damage. Jason Edwards with him. Cortez on the outside.
Like
they both dive out.
They sent Spick after that corner, and he gets shot again on the break. Spica just having a real hard time surviving on the break, but Tampa Bay Damage losing one and drawing the penalty. So 2 bodies walking off.
Yeah, and with 2:45 and left and down by 1 with Dynasty, they lose Spica again. So Spica struggling here in this match, and it looks like they're going to lose Oliver as well. But Ryan Greenspan's still alive. I hear the crowd start to cheer, and a body walks off as Everett comes off for damage.
Yeah, Rodriguez went up there and
only 1 player left for
pumped
damage.
Up Everett out of the middle and kept his body alive.
Yeah,
so now
just that Dorito corner is the only guy left alive. Dynasty's got 3 bodies, and I think they're going to make him pay. This is going to be a 4-4 match with about 2 minutes left.
Oh, no, look at that, though. Jacob Edwards does get a kill on that Dorito side. If Ryan Greenspan can get a little bit wider, it's going to be a lot harder for Jacob to hide. And Ryan Greenspan gets it.
Yeah, so nice work as Mr. Consistent Ryan Greenspan.
Mr. Consistency.
You can always count on Ryan to play at a high level. I mean, when was the last time we said Ryan's playing bad?
I said it all the time when we were practicing against it, but it was just to try to get in his head, and it never worked.
So the point is good, and Ryan Greenspan and the rest of the boys, nice. That was a nice move up in the center by A-Rod.
Well, and even though Dynasty has been struggling this whole match to try to get something going down this snake side, they're still playing well on the center of the field and the Dorito side of the field. So this last point should be a good match, man. 2 minutes left. Both teams need that point to win.
Yeah, so 2 more real close games out here as this Thunder and Boom match is about to head into overtime. So, Nick, who you got, Boom or Thunder here in this overtime point?
I want to take Thunder. I'm going
to take Thunder too.
I think, and nothing against Boom. You know, I think if they had some great off the break shooting yesterday, and I think if they get some decent kills, they could potentially win it. The greater strength for Thunder is weathering that storm and having those guys like Mikey Lou and Corey Field and Map Chim just quarterback it and put the guys where they need to is going to be good. And I think I wonder if they're going to send Jordan up the middle. They might pull him back to either the tower or the cant in the center. And then the question is now, Rich, I think it's going to be, is it Mikey Lou or is it Morales over here on the snake side?
I think it's Morales.
You think it's going to send Morales?
I think it's Morales, and I think it's going to come down to whether or not Thunder can play not completely offensively, but some offense. We know that they can sit back, cross up their guns, and chew the bodies up.
Yeah.
But can they go out and either successfully push down one guy down the Doritos or one guy down the snake?
It's going to be.
And obviously, it's Mikey Lou in there.
Yeah. So we got Knight, Lou, Field, Jordan.
But that kind of tells you what they're going to do, right? They're not looking to win this point. They're looking to sit back, shoot their guns, and hope that Boom loses the point.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Mikey Lou, the more methodical guy over there, and with the 5 minutes to work with, maybe that's the play because Mikey Lou has been playing pretty good in there. So we'll see. The big thing is we need Map Chim to step up here, and Jordan up in that center.
I like Jordan up in that center. I think if he doesn't just stick on one spot, if he switches back left and right and plays over the top, he might be able to eke out a kill.
Yeah, he's always hunting for those kills, man. We talked about him all day yesterday. 5 bodies alive on both teams. You're looking at the spread there for Thunder on your screen. Dorito can, back center, snake tower, snake corner, and Jordan up at the wall shooting towards the snake side.
Yeah, and I think that kind of tells you what kind of player you have up that wall. If you have, if you don't have a lot of confidence in that guy, you say, hey, go sit there and lock down one side. If you got a lot of confidence, just go up there and get some kills. Kill as many of you guys as you can, and if you got a buddy, go get him off the field.
Oh, and I think he just did get a kill. So he was shooting towards the snake side. As soon as he looks up through that crack, being proactive in his spot, he gets a kill in the center.
Yeah, you got to play every spot on that field. Both sides, over the top of both notches. And now the guns are on him, and that allows Mikey Lou to fill from the snake corner into snake one.
So Mikey Lou putting himself in position to start attacking on this snake side. There's no one on the snake side or in the snake for Boom. They do have the back corner bunker.
And as we know, Seattle Thunder's a beast when they're down on bodies. When they're up on bodies, they're even tougher.
Yeah, Boom do make a move into that Dorito 3. Ref running over to check out the snake tower player. And there's going to be a minor penalty on Boom. So that's going to pull out Boom's whole snake side, leaving only 2 bodies left alive. So this is all but victory.
Yeah, probably going to do it here.
Yeah, and this is when Mikey Lou needs to go to work.
Absolutely. He just needs to know that there's no one on his tape and play that tape and run down the field. He's looking cross field right now. I'm not sure if he's aware with the way you can see him on your screen. As Jordan takes a walk, he gets shot out of the center.
What happened is a big move on the D side for Boom. He's in D3, so Thunder just kind of going to sleep on the front player.
D4.
And he gets another kill. Oh, he gets shot. So at least 2 players walking off for Boom. So it's a 3-on-1.
And unfortunately for the one Boom player, he's in that Decan,
of death.
which is so hard to live out. We should call that the funnel of death over there, because everybody that plays that bunker gets shot.
Yeah, and he has no idea that Mikey losing his snake. He does now. And so if he can get himself out to the corner, he's definitely going to have a better chance. And there he goes. He gets out to the corner.
Yeah, but Map Chim and Corey Field have to help Mikey Lou put some pressure on that guy. They're just sitting there watching Mikey Lou play paintball like, hey, Mikey's good. He's got this. He's fine.
Yeah,
there you go, Mikey.
There's the methodical side of Mikey, knowing that he can just crawl, use that can to block out the corner, and he's just going to go down to the tower.
And that was a great camera shot on both guys, both showing Mikey go down and then showing that last boom player get eliminated.
Yeah, and that was a good move by Weaver. I like that. He backed up out of the corner to try and block himself out from Lou. Unfortunately, Lou, perfect paintball height, looks right over the Aztec and puts a couple balls over there like, I know you're over there somewhere. Here's a good spread.
I'm just going to shoot. If it hits you, awesome.
So what a great come-from-behind victory here. There's Map Chim, who played well in that overtime point, kind of struggled earlier on, but really stepping it up here, along with Mikey Lou. So Mikey Lou gets the start here in overtime over Morales, and that definitely worked out for Thunder. They did get a bit of a gift with that penalty, but still, what a great job by Thunder as they take the victory here in their first match of the day, and it's another close overtime point.
Yeah. We'll see if Dynasty can come from behind like Seattle Thunder did.
Thunder still has to play Damage this afternoon.
It's going to be a tough match. Damage is playing really well.
Yeah, Thunder lost both their games in overtime, so now Thunder has played 3 overtime points. They are 1 and 2 now. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Thanks. Jason Edwards voluntarily sat himself for this next point because he has not been able to get a kill on the Dynasty Snake player. They put in Timmy Probst in his place to try to get that kill for them so they can take the lead. Back to you.
So a little bit of a roster change here. Look at that, though. Carlos Cortez, 8 confirmed kills for him in this match. It's all tied up at 4, though. Alex Rodriguez starting to clock in. 7 for him, 6 for Oliver, and 5 for Ryan. So good contributions from A-Rod, Ryan, and Oliver. Now Spica, who really needs to step it up here. And Coach Rusty Glaze has faith in him, and he puts him in again. Let's see if Spica can step up. And it looks like a frustrated Jason Edwards. But just as Jason Edwards comes off, or Jacob Edwards, Spica again gets shot out of his spot.
Looks like Damage is not going to make that move in the snake. They got 2 on the snake side with 1 in the transition bunker and 1 in the corner, putting a lot of pressure on Oliver in that tower.
Yeah, Tim Montressor now getting into the snake. He's going to get checked out right away by a ref. Looks like he's not even seeing one shooting at him. But Dynasty knows that he's in there. That's going to force Alex Rodriguez to switch from the Dorito side of the wall.
That was a great switch by Alex.
Yeah, he's just waiting for Tim Montressor to go. Tim's going to be smart, though, hopefully, and check off and see that Alex is there on him.
Tim's too crafty for that.
Absolutely. Veteran player, and Tim Montressor, you can see him on your screen backing up now. Ooh, he might have just caught one. Alex is begging for it. He's saying he shot him. Could have come off the bunker. Ref's going to give him a check.
Well, we might see another overtime point. The ref is checking him out, but here comes Oliver Lane moving up. But there are only 48 seconds left to go here in this match, and there's still a bunch of bodies out there.
Overtime never happens in paintball. Forget about it.
No, not World Cup.
4 on 4. Both teams have very similar positions. Tim Montressor just kind of posted down that snake with 30 seconds left.
Well, the big thing right near is there is a body shooting crossfield from the Dorito side to the snake side. Oliver Lang's putting pressure on him. He's looking for Alex Rodriguez to launch. Right? If he can wrap the wall on the Dorito side and make that move, he's at least try and take out Tim or get some kills out of the center. I mean, I'd have complete confidence in Alex to go if he can look at the clock. He now switches over to that Dorito side. But yeah, with 15 seconds left to go.
And only one guy looking Dorito side, that's Timmy Probst from the home position. So if he can cross back this way and catch Timmy, he can go get 2 or 3 bodies.
Well, now looks like Montressor jumps up, and here comes Cortez to try to do damage control, but here comes a big move all the way down on the D side, gets a shot on Timmy Probst, and Ryan
major
Greenspan.
Penalty's been thrown.
Yeah, so it looks like what happens, a major penalty on Timmy Probst. Ryan Greenspan shot Timmy Probst, and Timmy Probst looks like spun around and shot Ryan. Ryan pointed at him and then hit that buzzer to try to steal this win here in the last second. Not sure if we had enough time on that clock, and this chaos ensues.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Damage ref saying, coach is obviously saying no way. But the referees are out there talking to Ryan right now. We'll figure out what's going on and let you guys know.
He's still in the field, man.
Well, I would love to see a replay of that, because it really comes down to whether or not Timmy got shot and spun. Because if he did, then yeah, that's it. It's a major penalty.
The ref threw the penalty regardless.
Not only that, but man, did you see Ryan's acceleration on that Dorito side?
He's been training.
I did not think that was Ryan until he broke the gap, only because of his speed. I mean, Ryan's always been a super great player, but he's not one of those guys you're like, oh my God, that guy's got blinding speed.
He's been training a lot.
It shows, man.
He's been
shows.
He's been eating right and spending a lot of time running wind sprints and stuff.
It's working. Whatever Ryan's doing, it's working. Wow, Tampa Bay Damage guy's pumping his hand like they got the point. From this perspective, it did not look that way, but it's the referee's call, not ours.
Yeah, and that's why we have the refs down there. I'd love to see a replay of this, but it really comes down to whether or not did Ryan get shot before he launched in that move, and maybe they call penalty on Ryan, or was it a Tim? It looked like the penalty was calling or looks like the ref was calling the penalty on Tim.
The only thing that I can think of is the ref that called the penalty was over here in the snake corner. If he saw Ryan get shot as he came around, and the penalty would be on Ryan playing on and hitting the buzzer. Right.
I didn't see Ryan any pain on Ryan. I didn't see that look like that flinch or that move when you get hit. I just see him go through, and he hesitated for that 1 second, I think, when he shot Timmy, but that was it.
Well, it looks like we don't have the replay, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to watch that one again to see. So as the refs figure it out, and when we know, we'll let you guys know what the call was on the field. The referees are still having a convention out there, so let's check in with Lauren.
Hey guys, I am here with Mikey Lou from Thunder. Congratulations on that win. You guys really needed that win, and you were fighting hard for it. All weekend long, you guys have been battling it out. All of your matches have been close. There have been no blowouts for you guys. Coming into today, what did you talk about last night? Was there anything you needed to adjust or change, or what was the difference from what we saw yesterday to what we saw today?
I think we had a few points yesterday where we played not to lose and not to win. And so we wanted to go in the mindset of don't give away your body, don't lose gunfights, but we have to play to attack. Mm-hmm. And we have to go down the snake side and go down the D side. And I think we were able to do that a few points.
Do you think if you go into this last prelim match against Damage with that mindset, that mental adjustment, will that help you win that match? Do you think that's the last factor you need to start producing and getting those wins?
Well, first we got to not make any stupid Thunder mistakes like we normally do. We haven't done that in the last three matches, so I feel pretty confident we're past that hurdle. We're not really going to change a whole lot. Again, just try to play that attack. It's hard on this field because people can sit and dig in and cross lane and shoot a gap. And we just want to be aggressive, but not die stupid.
We're seeing tons of overtime points. Do you think it's this field layout? You said it's hard to dig those players out, or is it just the talent on both sides of the field?
I think most people are scared. There's a lot of paint flying in the air, a lot of paintballs. Paintballs hurt. Pretty scared.
Yeah, I would be scared too. Yeah. Thank you, Mikey. Good luck in your next match. Let's find out what happened in this Dynasty versus Damage game.
So they're still having a conference out there. So what we're hearing, at least preliminary, is that the major wasn't thrown on either Greenspan or Timmy Probst. It was thrown on A-Rod. But what's interesting about that is that, Nick, as we were just kind of talking about while Lauren was doing the interview with Mikey Lou, and congratulations to Thunder, is that it looked like A-Rod got bunkered by Cortez earlier and was walking off. And I was looking at the action going down D side, so I didn't see enough of that to make any sort of definitive call on whether or not that was a justifiable penalty. I didn't see that at all. Yeah. So I didn't know. I was looking at Ryan run down.
Yeah, absolutely. And I watched Cortez launch. He saw A-Rod leave the Dorito side of the wall and go to his can. And and A-Rod was battling with Timmy and who I think it was Chad Bouger on that Dorito can. And then Cortez ran through the center of the field up to the wall and shot A-Rod. And A-Rod was walking off. And as soon as A-Rod turned around to walk off, that's when we saw Ryan Greenspan streak down the Doritos. And I never saw a flag go up or anything happen as Tampa Bay Damage is waiting for Dynasty. I'm not sure that Dynasty is even walking out to shake hands, but didn't see a flag go up. Didn't see any refs running in, which you would assume would happen if there was a major penalty to call people out. Especially you'd think they'd be chasing after Ryan if it happened over on the Dorito side, and then we saw that flag come up. The penalty was thrown by the ref over here in the snake corner. So,
well, and Ryan was trying to get the refs to, because what it looked like was that, and again, we don't have the replay, so we can't go back and watch it, but what it looked like was that Ryan got a shot on Timmy. Timmy spun. That was what we saw, the chaos over at the start gate.
Absolutely.
And that's what we saw there. But then it came back, the information was the penalty was assessed on A-Rod. So, it's tough to call, but we see Dynasty out there, finished up and walking this field. So I'm guessing that the win is going to go to Tampa Bay Damage because that was the last information that we got.
And that's a really hard way to lose a game. But
rough.
If you put yourself in a overtime point or 4-point point with no time left, if a ref makes a good call or bad call, you could win or lose a match because of it.
Yeah.
You've got to win before that 1 point deficit. I mean, you got to win the match earlier than that and not put it in the referee's hands.
Before
Just
overtime.
like you hear on the UFC all the time, right? Don't leave it in the referee's hands.
Yeah.
Win the fight, win the game.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Well, so I guess congratulations to Damage, as that was a hard-fought victory here. Actually, it looks like we might have replay before we go to break real quick. So let's get a look at this.
So there's Cortez launching through the middle, and he's going to shoot.
And there's A-Rod.
Yeah, there's
in
A-Rod
top
at the can,
screen.
and we'll see him shoot him. Right there. He pumps him up. A-Rod kind of does a little flip. Maybe he's saying he's spun, but you can see Ryan Greenspan now is already launching. And A-Rod is running off. No flags being thrown. He's eliminated. His hands on his head. And there goes Ryan Greenspan down the Doritos.
Yeah, look, Alex's head. I mean, A-Rod's gun is down, and he's just going forward off the field.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
well, he's going forward off the field.
Because
and that's
he's dead.
That's it, because he's dead, and that is forward progress. But also, Dynasty's pit is the opposite direction.
Well,
so
he has to either when you get shot, you're supposed to make the fastest way off to the field.
fastest
And
way.
the thing that if you
forward
look
on
at
that
it,
can.
his hand's on his head.
was his hand on
His
his
hand
head?
was on his head.
His hand was on his head.
Yeah, so if,
gun was down.
Yeah.
So we're hearing from CJ, the head ref, that when Cortez ran through, A-Rod spun, shot him. We definitely see him turn. Yeah. Shoots Cortez. Right. The only thing that we're hearing that when A-Rod did jump from that can, you saw in that replay that he spun, shot Cortez.
Dynasty's claim was that Greenspan was the one who shot Cortez, but Greenspan's not even in position to like that happened.
So yeah, CJ's Dynasty was saying that Greenspan shot Cortez. Regardless, I guess the one thing that throws us off is just not seeing the flag go up.
Yeah, the problem
because if the major is going to happen, the flag's got to go up, and a ref should have been immediately calling out Ryan Greenspan or chasing him down, and we saw the late flag.
Yeah, and the problem with that logic of CJ is as Alex went forward on the drill side, the can
he definitely
blocks out. Right? I mean, you
yeah.
can't shoot across the field forward like that. The only one who could shoot him is either Ryan or the other Dynasty player left alive on this side of the field. A-Rod can't shoot him, and his gun was down. His hand was on his head when he went forward. So unless he jumped over the top of the bunker,
if we can get
6 feet tall,
if we can get that replay back,
shot down, caught him somehow, I just don't see it happening. From our perspective,
yeah,
that's
at least from that one look.
Yeah.
We only got that one look at it.
That's 2 looks. We watched the game.
Well,
and then we
Oh
watched
yeah,
the
that's
replay.
right.
You did see A-Rod jump and flip.
Right.
Yes.
But you only
he
see
definitely
a
did that.
sliver of A-Rod's kind of shoulder and leg from this side of the bunker.
Yeah.
And shooting Cortez coming this way,
Cortez
that's tough,
was,
man.
you had the bunker here, and Cortez is definitely coming this way, and A-Rod is wrapping around that side as he's jumping and kind of pirouetting around there.
I believe what CJ said was that A-Rod got shot going to the can, but A-Rod just walked in that can. I don't.
He got shot, and it seemed like he just walked right off.
Yeah, I didn't see him get shot going up there at all.
No,
yeah,
well,
yeah, and when I was talking about that forward progression, I mean, maybe in the real time speed, maybe the ref thought he was continuing to push forward, even though. So, but before we go to a quick break and get into this next set, let's check out with Lauren sitting down one of the players from Tampa Bay Damage.
Lauren, you're live.
Hey guys, I'm here with Jason Edwards. Jason, congratulations on that win. You guys have gone 3-0. So far, you're the only team who could take an undefeated position going into Sunday. Obviously, we have some more matches to see, but that's a great place to be for Damage and a place we haven't really seen you in yet. Overall, do you think you guys are performing to your highest level this weekend so far?
Absolutely not. 2 of our wins were not the type of wins we would like to have had. One win was pretty well performed and done, but I think overall we could play a lot better. We just practiced 3 different teams coming into this. All 3 teams played a different style, and which kind of made our plays a little different, and those plays weren't really effective out here with the teams that we just played against. So I think going into the 4th match, we're going to change it up a little bit more.
Okay, I'm assuming you're not going to tell me how you're going to change it up.
Absolutely not. Always sneaky.
Chad Boucher said this is the best he's seen Damage all year. Do you agree with that, and what made that change?
Absolutely. This is actually our first event that we practice pro teams the weeks before
Makes
coming
a difference.
in. We've been practicing our semi-pro team and a bunch of divisional and playing ourselves. No one likes shooting their own teammates, so I'd say we play a little different, and we weren't prepared coming into the events.
All right, well, Damage will try to go 4-0. Their last prelim will be against Thunder. Stay tuned. More matches coming at you.
Thank you very much.